because they still love me. So if I'm this guy who don't support, who don't pay money, who don't pay bill, don't do this and that, why your whole family love me? Because not only was I there morally, I'm there for them financially too. If anybody call me and say, yo, pal, I need X, Y, Z, I give it to them. Ask, and I'm talking about her family. Call them and ask them. Anybody from anywhere where her family live, ask them about Papoose. Ask them, did I ever deny them anything? Ask them, will I give them the shirt off my back if they ever in time of need? To this day, man. When you turn them away, guess who they come to? Guess who look out? And I'm not saying that, I don't do that so I could come up on here and say it. That's why I'm not speaking about it in detail. But the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I gotta do it. Also, what I wanted to address. Throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandon my child, so you could go stay in an apartment that you got 40 minutes away from my house, I can literally post the address up here. She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she not with the dude anyway. You went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. One day, because every birthday, we celebrate birthdays together as a family. Every holiday, guess what, y'all? Very consistent with what I said earlier. Y'all seen it. If y'all scroll down my page, if you got time, everything is there. It's in order. This social media thing, it has its pros and cons, but if you go through it, it tells a story. But if you go to her page, the history, a lot of it is erased because that's what people do when they got something to hide, when they want to try to be somebody that they're not. She want to go around the lane and change the story around. Lied to him bad. He's a clown. Lied to him. He on the recording just saying a bunch of untrue stuff. He's an airhead. I just played her saying that she would have been done with him if I would have knocked him out. Guess what, y'all? He's still going to deal with her because he's a bum. The league is hers. It's not his. She threatens him anytime he get mad. Oh, I'm taking my ticket down. You sleeping with this girl, take it off. I got all of that document. That's neither here nor there. I told y'all about, I was going to let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me. So the reason why she got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start to resent you. Every birthday we celebrate as a family. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back further. When she was away, I visited her all the time. I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with. Because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? Anybody who was in Bedford Hills with her, please step to the front. Okay, moving on along. Visited her all the time, so she told me plenty of stories. So I know these people. She had a friend that she was away with, right? Okay. Do I want to say this individual's name? Let me just move along with the story. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. I always heard this person's name. I ain't think nothing of it. Cool. It's her friend. Okay, she's home now. We celebrate all holidays together. If you look down my page, I hate to say this, but it's one of the things that I want y'all to look at. Because when she said about me spending money, you'll see the gifts being bought. You'll see the diamond necklaces and chains being bought when she started the league. Since she wanted Fabricated, say, oh, he never wanted me to start the league. You'll see that. You'll see the Mother's Days. You'll see the Christmas. You'll see the birthdays. But you know what an ungrateful person says? They downplay that. They downplay that. So the most important part is not the materialistic things, what she seems to keep talking about. Y'all notice that? Every time she's talking about me, it's about materialism and fabricating about money because she thinks that y'all think she's the bigger artist. So she's playing along with that. She thinks that y'all think she rich. This is the same individual who just texted me a screenshot and said, this is how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? But moving on along. So the holiday, this time her birthday comes. She's been home a couple years. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. but I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised, so I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to say strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all girls party. I don't go. I falls back. The friend who's incarcerated comes to the crib. She attends the all girls party, all the friends, cool. After that, we had like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. Cool. A little activity was a little weird, but I didn't think nothing of that. Moving on along, she comes back to the crib on another occasion. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm going to go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricating. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She hugged and kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I say, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this, it's a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl, though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along. I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not going to do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blamed me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth. When you find out the truth about a person, they will despise you. I want y'all to know that. So for her to have me shake a dude's hand and sleep with him, it was nothing after that. Because she had it all against me. She had all the animosity in the world against me. Why? Because she knows I know the truth. And it's not even something that I judge. Like I said, I don't judge nobody who lived that lifestyle. I do think it was very disgusting that it took place in the house while my daughter was in the bed. I thought that was very disgusting. And I'm telling y'all this because I know a lot of people think, damn, what Pat did, what he did, he must have did something. In the normal world, with logical people, civilized people, yes, not with her. So that whole rant about, oh, if a person has everything, a good husband, supportive, and this, that, and the third, and supports you financially, why would they cheat? Because that's you. You're ungrateful. You're a backstabber. So a normal person, yes, that would be true, but not with you. Don't play that card. Don't play that card. Like I said, she's currently angry at her whole family because they still love me and we still speak. She doesn't speak to nobody in my family. From day one, she's been rude to my whole family, my mother, disrespectful to everybody. Her family, love them like they my family to this day. And they will tell you that. And I'm saying that because I'm going to stand on the fact that being honest, they're going to verify that. Never denied them anything, always supported. They ain't never see me disrespect her, violate her, or nothing in no shape, form, or fashion. So if I'm all of this that you claim I am, how your family still love me? But my family, you never show love to nobody in my family. But now you want to try to exploit my son because you think that's something that I'm ashamed of? I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed of my son. You can look down my page and you'll see. Now, like I said previously, as your kids grow older, certain things happen where y'all might not see eye to eye parent the child. That's just normal. It's not the same when you're raising an infant or a young child. So y'all have differences, different things might transpire. But all my kids, all my daughters know I love them all the same. That's just who I am as a man. So that's what I wanted to clarify about all of these fabrications and these lies that she up here telling. Also, I said earlier, now I don't even want to speak on the drug thing that I said earlier, but I highly suspected it because she was acting outside of herself, laying up in a hotel and all this for days. It was just like crackhead behavior. And then it been exposed in the past that the chump used the drugs. They got photos of him smoked out and all that, looking crazy. So I said, damn, it's either that, but we know the blackmailing thing, I already exposed that. So that's neither here nor there. But what I wanted to, last thing I wanted to clarify is, when I went through the process of dealing with what I was dealing with her, being in the house with my daughter crying night after night. She wanted a mother. All she knew was me and her mother. You gotta remember, COVID happened. It was just the three of us locked in the crib. We couldn't even go out. We lived in Manhattan at the time. So all my daughter know is us. So when she started to stop coming home so she could be with the lame, if you listen to the audio, he tells you. He's on the audio saying, she be at my house for days. Bragging. Talking to another individual on the phone, bragging about it. Yeah, she be over here at my house days at a time. So if you at his house days at a time, who's home with the baby? Me. Not only am I home with my daughter who's still a baby, I'm home with my daughter who's used to having her mother and her father, so she's crying every single night for you, and you're not answering the phone. So, dealing with that, raising my child night after night by myself while she with a clown, you know what I'm saying, who bragging to people, yo, I'm fucking his wife, the whole thing. I'm eating it because I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to catch this nigga. This is my mentality. I'm going to wait till I catch him. So, by me not saying nothing, he thought it was sweet. Feel me? Making little posts about it and all that. He thought it was sweet. Nah, young man. Far from that. But moving on along. The process of me dealing with all of that, being in the crib, constantly dealing with that. My daughter, you know what I'm saying, quit the job, you know what I'm saying, the executive position, working that, but still trying to balance everything, still paying all the utilities in the crib, the whole thing. I can honestly admit, going through that, I'm not a person that uses drugs. Anybody that know me will tell you that. Verify it. Very, very, extremely mentally sober. Extremely. I could control anything in my life, but I did fall victim to gambling, going through that. I can admit that. But did you notice that there's no accountability with her? She never admit anything. I can admit that I fell victim to that. I caught a habit with that. But guess what? Anything I went through with the gambling, it never affected her. It never affected her at all. I still had to pay all of the bills in the crib, the whole thing. The only time I stopped paying the bills is when I started to notice that she was taking money outside from the family and tricking on this chump. If you look at the chump, straight bum before her. Look at me before her. Look at the chump, straight bum. All of a sudden, you with the chump, she's spending money on the chump. She paying everybody throughout battle rap to battle the chump. Every time he lose, she paying again. Paying money. She got a crib, not too far from my crib, like I said earlier. So I started to say to myself, damn, I'm busting my ass to pay all of these utilities in this crib. And she taking her bread and taking bread outside of the family and giving it to the next nigga. I'm not paying these bills no more. I'm not doing that. Because at that point, I'm taking care of the next nigga. So when she say, he didn't pay bills, I stopped paying bills at that point. Because I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not going to be sitting here busting my ass so the next nigga could live. Feel me? So that's the only time where I stopped paying bills. Outside of that, I got records, all paid from my account, documented. Her civil suit, documented, my account. Also, I wanted to add before I end this live. When I first met her back then, everybody knew I was on top of the world, the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. She reached out to meet me. She reached out to say, I want to meet your artist. Long story short, I don't even want to get into all that. That's old news. I'm only bringing that up to y'all to say this. She came to meet me. I was on top, in all aspects of my life. Doing good, on my feet. 100%. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense after expense. Remember, she got remanded, she blew trial, they took her right away. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Slay everybody in my ear, Pap, you got to get to work. You can't visit her every day. But when I speak to her on the phone, she would cry to me. She was so upset. She was broken. They broke up. She would constantly cry. I knew she needed me. Kept visiting her. Cool. In the process of me doing that, I'm running back and forth to the jail for a year straight. I exhausted all my funds. I exhausted all my funds at that point. So when that transpired, I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. The whole thing, right? So now I started to get back to work. I started to release certain music, but it wasn't the same for me because when I had that moment when I was on fire, I was supposed to capitalize off it. When she blew trial and I started to get caught up in everything that was going on with her, you know what I'm saying? You had a couple individuals who was supposed to be there when the situation happened with her bag. They got hands put on them, and they were saying I did it. So I couldn't attend the trial or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So with that type of information going on out there, and a lot of other things I was getting into that had nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? As a young artist coming up, my deal folded. So she went away, my deal folded, and I started visiting her every day. I exhausted all my funds doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't regret nothing I did because I knew that she needed me. I was supporting her. So at that point, I had to get back to work. Got back to work, started releasing music here and there. I started doing a little better. Me and her came with a plan. We would sit down and we would map things out. Listen, we're going to try to get this appeal. We put up 3 appeals. She lost every appeal. I went and got a Greyhound bus, packed all my family, her family on the Greyhound, drove to the appeals court. We all went up. I said, I want everybody to come out so they could see that unity and maybe she'd get this appeal. It was the last appeal. She lost the appeal. We came to the conclusion that she got to do the rest of the time. So we started to strategize 2 things. Me, my career, and also her return. So we would just map things out on the paper. She couldn't really do much. She behind the wall. But we would put the plan together. I would execute it because I was still out in the world. So long story short, I'm spending money on this, spending money on that. She locked up. So she can't do much. You understand what I'm saying? But she wants to fabricate these stories about, oh, I did this and I did that. I ran for a whole year, took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. So it came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something that she in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did every single thing. So moving on along, when she came home, she was going to parole to I had a condo in Jersey. So she was going to parole to the Jersey crib. The parole officer said she can't, if she paroled to Jersey, she's going to need a pass every single time she got to go to New York. So at the last minute, with 2 weeks notice, I had to pack up and relocate and get a crib in the Bronx just so she could move freely. So now I'm in my condo. I mapped out her return, everybody out there, all exotic cars, the return of the queen, the whole movement I set up single-handedly with the help of a couple individuals. You know what I'm saying? Packed the crib up, packed my condo up, moved to a condo and moved to a crib in New York. Had to put the bread up last minute. But we got a plan. We're going to push you. I was about to put out an album. The money I had for my album, I had to take that bread and move to a new crib because at the end of the day, I couldn't let her parole to Jersey because she's not going to be able to move. Mind you, this is set up for me to release my project at the time. It's cool. It ain't nothing. So she come out. We working. It's a plan. Fuck it. We behind her. You know what I'm saying? We're going to push it. Everybody anticipated. I put my music to the side. I'm going to put my music to the side. Anybody, you can go right back to that time. She came home in 2014. Any song that came out around that time, I would do a freestyle. It was viral. I was starting to do shows again. You see me performing at festivals, all that. I did the Dreams and Nightmares. Did the Versace joint. You know what I'm saying? I came up with a formula. If anytime they made a song, I did the Papoose version. But when she came home, I said, fuck it. I gave her that formula. So that's why when you heard the Bobby Shmurda joint come out, the Young and May, all that was me. So I'm writing the music. She needed somebody to book shows. I'm doing the contracts, booking the shows, setting the shows up. I'm coming to the show. I'm collecting the first end. I'm collecting the back end. Word is born. I don't take one penny, y'all. I gave her all the money at the end of the night. I didn't touch one dime. Wrote all the music. Didn't touch one penny. So we do the shows. And remember, the plan was I spend all my money, invest all my money when she was away, taking care of the kids, taking care of the bills, taking care of her, taking care of whatever got to be taken care of. And then when she come home, we push her. It's a family thing. If you got anybody in a marriage out there, it's a family effort. So I'm pushing her. I'm doing the contracts. I'm booking the shows. I'm writing the music. I wrote hit records for her. Wrote one of her biggest records. We're going to get to that later. And I saved her life one time in music, too. She was in a crisis. Papoose pen to the rescue. Anyway, so at this time, I'm doing all of this, and we had a plan. Once she started getting money, and I'm talking about we was dollar for dollar with it, she separated everything. Oh, this is all mine. What did you do? No, but I'm trying to figure out, what did you do? I'm like, huh? You didn't do anything. This is all mine. I said, huh, you serious? As a man, though, even though you just stabbed me in the back, you just crossed me, I can't complain because I'm a man. So I'm just going to get back on the grind. I said, damn, you serious? I just invested in you your whole bid. I just invested in you when you went away. I came and bailed you out. I took care of the kids. I took care of my stepson. I took care of your whole entire family who I love and got the utmost respect for. I hope they don't feel no type of way because I'm saying this, who she's mad at right now because they still love me. And now that you finally getting a couple dollars, you're going to tell me it's all yours and I got to start all over? I said, you know what? As a man, I'm going to do that. And what I did, y'all, started all over. Started grinding. What was hers was hers. All the music I wrote, everything. She claimed it as hers. I'm a man. I ain't going to complain. A man don't complain, y'all. So I just want y'all to know that this is the type of individual y'all dealing with. Everything she talking about, if you pay attention, because first she tried to fabricate and say, oh, that I've been with Clarissa for all this time. But me, I did something stupid. Because normally, when she say things that aren't true, I just let her say it. Because, one, it's foolish to argue with a person like that. Number two, I want her to keep saying these false things. Because it's not true. And it came to my attention that she was going around lying to people about me. Rewriting history like she's doing on her page. Rewriting history, changing stories. So I let her do that. And in the process of me allowing her to lie, I started to realize that certain fake individuals, you know what I'm saying, who I don't even want to bring in this, man. I don't even want to bring in it. So I'm gonna leave them out. I'm gonna leave them out of it, man. I ain't even gonna talk about these people. But I don't want to go away from my point that I was making. I don't even want to go away from my point. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Like I said earlier, do not allow these celebrities who you've been supporting and following their journey to tell you that you don't know what's really going on. Y'all don't know what's really going on. Y'all need to stop commenting on it. Yes, they do. And what did they see? They seen, and I didn't say anything, they seen Papoose did what he did to the knockout victim. First thing everybody said, I didn't say nothing. Oh, he must have been doing something with his wife. Because that's what Pap go crazy on. That's when Pap go crazy, when somebody fuck with his wife. They know that about me. You can't change the people's mind about that. How many times I done went crazy over you? How many times I done held you down? They know that about me. So what I'm just trying to say to y'all is don't let these iPhone screens And these stages and these lights blind y'all. Y'all seen it all. Y'all seen when that transpired, when everybody started saying. Y'all seen the lies, the fake tweets that went up. Hey, everybody's saying something happened between Pap and this chump. It's not true. Y'all seen, I didn't say nothing. Y'all seen the meatball do an interview with makeup on his face saying, ain't nobody never touched me. You know what I'm saying? Because she put the makeup on him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got a little sugar in his tank too, man. Don't play with me, boy. I'll expose you to them folks who don't know you. Moving on along. Y'all seen all of this transpire. Then, but what I was trying to say to y'all is, initially, when I kind of lost my train of thought, she wanted to fabricate about Clarissa and say that I've been with Clarissa. So I allowed her to fabricate about that because I know it's not true. One day I did something stupid and I said, I just met Clarissa in July 2024. And it's documented. It's documented because when we met at the Shakur fight in Jersey. And the next day, when she DM'd me, she wrote, hey, Pap, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you, whatever. But the conversation, you know, on Instagram, it has dates on it. So what she does, she's lying in the iPhone era with dates on stuff. Just like I told y'all, all of the rhymes I wrote for her, 90% of her music, if I go on my email draft and you just take a line, you say a random line from one of her songs, and you write that line, keyword search, the whole rhyme pop up. 2014, 2016, 2015, 2019, 2018, the whole shit. But she want to go in here to y'all and say, if he wrote any of my raps, come on, Rem, don't do that, man. You know I've been writing. But that's not, I'm not here to tear you down. That's neither here nor there. But once I told her to stop lying to everybody saying that I've been with Clarissa when I just met her in July, and when we just met, it's documented, she switched gears. Oh, because remember, when she got caught with the lane, when what happened, and y'all was upset like y'all supposed to be because y'all been following the journey. Y'all been upset. Y'all been following the journey. She got mad and she needed something to give to y'all so y'all could feel like she had a reason to do this. She don't need a reason to do nothing. Ask anybody who know her. She do not, a normal person need a reason. This woman don't need a reason to cross you, stab you in your back. This is who she is. So once I verified that to her, like, yo, why don't you stop lying to people, man? She came up and went back to when she was away. It's 2025. You've been home since 2014. Now since you jammed, hey, you liar, you. Come on, son. Come on, son. We done had 2 weddings and a baby. Come on, son. Now, since you got caught and I clipped this lame and everybody said, why would you do that to Pap? You come up with this fake story about me doing something when you was away since 2008 and it's 2025. Y'all smarter than that. You falsify text messages. You've been doing that for the longest. You make fake texts. You falsify documents. This is what you do. Because you was a bitch, you was a horrible liar. You was a big liar. This is a person that's a liar, very delusional, and a narcissist. And I hate to talk bad about her. But you came on here and you mentioned my kids. Then you went back on there and tried to act like you exploited my son, like it's something I'm ashamed of. My son is in a picture with me on that Father's Day.